What range? This high to that low. Why am I picking that high? It's an up close candle. Why am I not picking that one? That's an up close candle because this candle's high is higher than that one. It's also having a candle that's lower in its high to the left of it. So this makes this what? A swing high. So that high down to this bullish breaker, that passed through one time, that is your dealing range. Okay, this is your dealing range. This is the part that people pay me for this information, okay? So if you're going to sleep, stir yourself up because this is what people want to see. So there's your dealing range right there. Right inside that little, let's lighten that up a little too bold. Okay, so there's your dealing range. Inside that dealing range, I don't care how much time it spends inside of it. I don't care. I'm waiting for something to occur. What was that? Everything I outlined this morning. Does the support price going higher at the breaker? Yes. It goes back down one more time. Does it go outside that range? No. So the dealing range is not disrupted. It only went down there one more time. But inside that range, with all these candles, I am not worrying about this. Okay, I'm not impatient. You heard me. I'm waiting for what? I'm waiting for the movement above that fair value gap. Inside of this dealing range. And it's in the premium side of that range. It's in the upper portion of it, upper half of it. My expectation was we were going to reach for higher prices this morning. I outlined it. It's all in here. 4138.75 was my specific target because it would take us above this high here. That's where buy side is. So where specifically am I aiming for? Because I'm not doing a supply and demand zone. I'm telling you specific price levels. I'm going to submit to time while it's doing all this chopping around until it does what I want to see it do. Right back to that fair value gap. Once it trades above that and takes out these highs, go back and watch the recording because that's when I transition down to a 1 minute chart. At that time, all through here, I'm going to extend it a little bit further because this is where our range is. And then we crossed over the fair value gap. So I'm encapsulating in this little orange box this up close candle that took us above these highs and above that fair value gap. So dropping down to a 1 minute chart. And you thought it was just moving averages, right? Oh, like ICT, you can trade with moving average. Yes, you can. I used to do stuff like that. But I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't know what I know now. And I would never do that again. So here's your dealing range. So inside of this high and inside of this low, I'm not concerned of how many candles it makes going sideways until we get above. When we get above, take out these highs here. What is that technically becoming? A shift in market structure. We've already shown 2 times where it worked off of that bullish breaker, that blue shaded area down here. And I told you that the candles that it needs to now deliver. Otherwise, it's not good. And it would probably go deeper than the bullish breaker. And my analysis would be incorrect. And I would just have to wait for something else to do. So I gave you all the parameters. Everything. I told you what would nullify the idea. I told you what we were specifically waiting for. What the criteria was. Where the accumulation would take place inside the bullish breaker and inside of the initial fair value gap on Monday. That's this green area. Does it accumulate in here? Yes. Does it send price above that fair value gap that I had on the 5 minute chart when I expected it to do it? Yes. It came in, opened, traded down into it again a little bit, and then rallied. Then created the fair value gap I drew your attention to real time right then and there. I said that if this candle here, I would like to see it trade down and give it an immediate rebalance because this would otherwise be a fair value gap. Right when that forms, what are you waiting for? What time of day are you waiting for in the morning session? Between 10 o'clock and 11. Folks, you can set your business hours to what I'm teaching. You don't see that in other people's stuff. I mean, you're learning it now because they're learning from me. But these ideas have always been rooted in algorithmic delivery.